Gitz Metastats from February 2025. Let's go. But first, thanks to Baron of Dice, use code MDG to my wife has taken her potato chips and slowly creeping out of the room. She's the one that blows her nose and farts on my videos, by the way, just FYI. Sorry. Thanks to Baron of Dice. Thanks to Wiberian for supporting the channel with some art, and thanks to all my patrons. If you would like to become a patron, you can get access to me. We can hang out in TTS, talk strats, I can check out your lists, right? We can, yeah, that's all I got to offer at the moment is my sweet dear self. Let's get started. Okay, so wohammer.com. Go check out wohammer.com. If you're watching me, I'm sure you know wohammer.com. They do great work. So all the results in this article are taken from Best Coast Pairings. Stats and ladders and Exit, don't know what those are. They include 5 game GTs and greater. So LVO, which is like a 5+, right? Or like it's 6, at least 6 rounds. But I think it was 7. Cool. So there's a lot of tournaments that are included in this, and this is, of course, using the December War Scroll. Okay, Gloomspite Gitz. So Gloomspite Gitz are sitting at an absolutely beautiful 50% win rate. If you look at the number of games played, it's actually pretty high. 311 is pretty high. I think it was 3rd or 4th in most played. We have like Stormcast Eternals, which are stupidly popular right now, Slaves to Darkness, Flesh Eater Quartz, and then Gloomspite Gitz. So the 4th most represented army in the meta, a very popular army because they're fun, they look fun, the rules are interesting, they have a huge diversity of sort of builds that you can do, right, between like cavalry and anvils and hammers and casters and monsters, right? They have lots of different fun stuff, and they're a fantastic army, and I'm glad that I played them myself. Let's skip this one. We're not going to look at all of these stats. Battle formation win rates. I thought this was interesting. Gloomspite Gitz have Squigalanche, which is very popular. 53% win rate. So it looks like Squigalanche is the way to go. I tend to agree. I think that the Trug or the Trog healing one that you do all the time, I don't think it's not the Trog herd. I thought it was just the let me just get this out of here. I thought it was just the one that like the one where trolls get to fight and then heal. I didn't think that was... Yeah, no, Trog Herd. Yeah, okay, so that is Trog Herd. I was confused for a bit because I thought it might be Trug's Trog Herd Regiment of Renown, but it looked like Squigalanche is doing better than the Trog Herd sub-faction. That makes sense to me because the trolls don't need it. They don't need that extra healing. They're tanky enough already, and I personally like to play a mixed list. I like to have... I like Scragrot, Rock Guts, and Bounders. I like to sort of play all those things. I like good casters, good anvils, good hammers, right? I like Squig Herd, right? Like that's what I like. Lots of, like, I like to have some mobility, and that's just my play style. I like to play a middle of the ground. My buddy Eric, he loves trolls. He's like, you know, Dankhold Trogboss, Dankhold Trogoth, Trug, tons of Rock Guts, Fell Waters. Like, he's all in on the trolls. So, of course, he's going to play the Trog Herd subfaction. But I personally think that playing Squigalanche with a mixed list is the best way to go. And here I am, vindicated. Vindicated. Take that, Eric. No, just kidding. So Gloomspite Gitz, very popular, right? They're sitting at the top of like represented armies, and they are, I mean, there's not really much to say about this graph here, right? The 2 and the 1, these are players that have 600 plus ratings, so quite high, right? Lots of meta chasing Stormcast Eternals. Let's keep moving. We're not going to look at this one. Yeah, not going to look at this one. Yeah, faction popularity, right? Faction popularity broken down by number of wins. So Gloomspite Gitz is doing very well, very popular. They have 1-5-0. I haven't seen them a ton on BCP, right? In the top, like in the top 3, let's say. They have 10-4, 4-1s, 17 3-2s, 23 2-3. So still, you know, like I said, 50% win rate. Great place to be. Number of GT wins as a percentage. Yeah, so if we scroll down here, oh my, Gloomspite Gitz 1% are 5-0s. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I mean, if we're being honest, I don't really understand why Gloomspite Gitz doesn't... we saw it for a while. I want to say, like, in 2024, at the end of 2024. I thought that we saw a lot of Gloomspite Gitz at the top. Like, we would see, like, heavy Rock Guts lists doing incredibly well. Like, Rock Guts spam. Like, either, like, 18 Rock Guts or 15 Rock Guts. But we don't really see that anymore. I wonder why. I wonder if it's just people just sort of got bored and they don't want to play those sort of lists anymore, or if I don't know. I'm not sure. But we haven't seen a ton of Gloomspite Gitz nailing it in the top, like placing first in any GTs. Huh. The ideal faction results. Yeah, sure. Right. This is like the even split, right? 3, 16, 31, 31, 16, 3. Okay. I don't know what that is. We're going to skip that. Consecutive wins. So here we go. So this is like wins. So, 5 out of 5, 4 and 1s. But this is 4 wins from 4 rounds. So I think it's 4-0 going into round 5. 3 wins in the first 3 rounds, right? So Gitz is going to, again, fall somewhere in the middle. Lots of sort of not great results. But, again, just a strong army. Like, I don't really get why. So I think that with the new book coming out, I think that we're going to see an even larger surge of Gloomspite Gitz popularity. And not because they're incredibly strong, but just because people really seem to like this army. I think that with the new moon mechanics that are coming out, I think that people are excited about this. I know that I personally am excited to cover more Gloomspite Gitz moving forward. So if you are a Gloomspite Gitz viewer on my channel, I know that I sort of in the hierarchy for me on my channel is Cruel Boys at the top, Ironjaw second, and Gitz third. So I think that that's going to shift around a little bit moving forward just because of the state of these 3 armies. I'm going to be maining Ironjaws for a while. So, because they just look way more fun to play than Cruel Boys, if we're being honest at this point. And so Cruel Boys are going to take a little bit of a backseat, and I'm hoping to cover more Gitz stuff as I get a chance to play some games with this new book. So yeah, if you're a Gitz player, be sure to stick around, and to like, subscribe, and wah.